Keanu Reeves has long been described as Hollywood's rarest kind of legend, not simply because of the characters he has played, but because of the character he has lived. To some, he is Neo, bending reality in The Matrix. To others, he is John Wick, vengeance wrapped in a tailored suit. Yet beyond the cinematic myth stands a man shaped not by fame, but by loss, endurance, humility, and quiet generosity. His life story is not a tale of glamour alone, but of survival. And perhaps that is why millions see him not just as a star, but as something far more enduring. A childhood marked by absence, Keanu Reeves was born on September 2nd, 1964, in Beirut, Lebanon. His name, meaning cool breeze over the mountains in Hawaiian, suggested calm, but his early life was anything but serene. His parents' marriage fractured when he was very young, and his father disappeared from his life almost entirely. By age 13, Keanu had seen him for the last time. The absence left a quiet imprint on his heart. Moving frequently with his mother, from Beirut to Sydney, New York, and eventually Toronto, he grew up without stable ground beneath his feet. Learning to survive instability. Frequent relocations meant new schools, new classmates, and constant reinvention. Stability was fleeting. Over 5 years, he attended 4 different high schools. Dyslexia made academics especially challenging, turning reading into a daily battle. Teachers sometimes mistook his curiosity for defiance. One principal even expelled him for asking too many questions. But what others saw as rebellion was often simply a young boy trying to understand a chaotic world. The instability did not harden him. Instead, it nurtured introspection. He learned early that life could shift without warning, a lesson that would follow him into adulthood. The ice rink and a shattered dream hockey became his refuge. On the ice, he was focused, disciplined, and strong, nicknamed The Wall for his skill as a goalkeeper. For a time, he dreamed of playing in the Ontario Hockey League and possibly representing Canada in the Olympics. It was the first dream that felt entirely his own. But at 15, a serious injury ended those ambitions abruptly. The loss was devastating. Hockey had been certainty in an uncertain world. When it vanished, he faced the harsh truth that security can disappear in an instant. Turning toward the stage after the injury, Keanu found another outlet: acting. Performance offered something hockey no longer could, a place to transform confusion into meaning. Scripts were difficult due to dyslexia, but acting did not demand speed. It demanded sincerity. He left school and committed himself to performance, appearing in Canadian television roles and commercials. Eventually, armed with determination and modest savings, he drove to Los Angeles. The early years were lean. He lived simply, took small roles, and endured rejection. Yet persistence had already become second nature. Early breakthroughs and friendship independent films like River's Edge began to reveal his depth as a performer. Critics noticed the quiet intensity behind his understated style. During this period, he formed a profound friendship with River Phoenix while filming My Own Private Idaho. Their bond was immediate, two sensitive souls navigating Hollywood's turbulence. Phoenix's tragic death in 1993 devastated Keanu. Rather than rage publicly, he withdrew into silence. Grief became a private companion, shaping the solemn depth audiences would later recognize in his performances. Action, stardom, and integrity. The 1990s transformed him into an action icon. Films like Point Break and Speed made him a household name. Yet, when offered a lucrative sequel deal for Speed 2, he declined, choosing instead to pursue theatre and other meaningful work. The decision puzzled executives and cost him opportunities, but it reflected his priorities. He valued artistic growth over easy profit. That integrity, though risky, became part of his identity. Hollywood labelled him unpredictable, but he quietly continued forging his own path. The Matrix and physical sacrifice. In 1999, everything changed with The Matrix. To become Neo, Keanu endured months of martial arts training while recovering from a neck injury that required surgery. Even wearing a brace, he returned to rehearsals. The physical toll was immense, but so was the impact of the film. Neo became a cultural symbol, yet even amid success, critics sometimes dismissed his acting style. He absorbed the criticism without retaliation. Instead of defending himself loudly, he let his work evolve. The resilience learned in childhood now fortified him in fame, love, loss, and unimaginable grief. In 1998, Keanu began a relationship with Jennifer Syme. Their connection was deeply personal and away from public spectacle. In 1999, they faced heartbreak when their daughter was stillborn. The grief was overwhelming. 2 years later, Syme died in a car accident. The double loss fractured his world. Those close to him describe a period of profound silence. He carried sorrow without public theatrics, continuing to work while privately mourning. These tragedies did not embitter him. Instead, they deepened his empathy. A brother's devotion. During these years, his sister Kim battled leukemia. Keanu quietly rearranged his schedule to be by her side, reportedly donating generously to cancer research and children's hospitals without attaching his name. He purchased homes near treatment centres so she would feel supported. When she eventually entered remission, it felt like fragile redemption. Her survival became one of the few bright victories in a life often shadowed by loss. Through it all, he remained steadfast, not as a celebrity, but as a brother. Reinvention through John Wick. Many assumed his action hero days were fading until 2014 brought John Wick. The role demanded punishing physical preparation, firearms mastery, judo, jiu-jitsu, and relentless choreography. Refusing heavy reliance on stunt doubles, he absorbed the strain himself. Knees, joints, and muscles bore the cost. Yet the franchise resurrected his career and redefined him for a new generation. John Wick's grief-fueled vengeance resonated partly because audiences sensed authenticity behind the performance. Pain, both fictional and real, intertwined. Aging, injury, and acceptance. In his 60s, the physical toll of decades of stunts has become evident. Injuries sustained during filming, including a knee issue on the set of Good Fortune, remind him that time is undefeated. Yet his response is not bitterness. He adapts. Gentle workouts replace punishing regimens. Recovery becomes ritual. He has acknowledged that his heart wants to continue action roles, though his body negotiates carefully. The humility with which he confronts aging reflects the same quiet strength that has defined his life. Wealth without excess. With an estimated net worth of hundreds of millions, Keanu lives comparatively modestly. He resides in Los Angeles in a home chosen more for privacy than spectacle. He favors motorcycles and practical vehicles over extravagant displays. Wealth, for him, appears to be a tool rather than an identity. Stories of him giving up portions of his salary to crew members and supporting charitable causes without publicity have circulated for years. Whether widely reported or not, generosity has become inseparable from his reputation. Love renewed. In recent years, his relationship with artist Alexandra Grant has drawn public attention. Unlike previous romances, this partnership has unfolded openly, yet quietly, built on shared creativity and mutual respect. For someone who endured such profound romantic loss, the willingness to love again speaks volumes. Their appearances together suggest companionship rooted not in spectacle but in understanding. It is a reminder that even after unimaginable grief, the heart can remain open. Conclusion. The quiet strength of a legend. Keanu Reeves' legacy is not defined solely by blockbuster roles or box office numbers. It is defined by endurance. From an unstable childhood to shattered dreams, from devastating personal loss to physical sacrifice, he has faced adversity without surrendering kindness. He does not present himself as invincible. Instead, he embodies perseverance, rising each day despite scars both visible and unseen. In an industry often driven by ego, his humility stands out. His story reminds us that greatness is not about avoiding pain, but about carrying it with grace and continuing forward anyway.